It is a Texas-sized political standoff that has major implications for next year's critical midterm elections in the US. Democratic lawmakers have left the state in order to stall Republican efforts to redraw the electoral map. That redistricting could lead to 5 new Republican House seats in 2026.
Republicans keep changing the game, not only changing the game, but changing the field midway through the game. We constitutionally, the Texas Constitution says you redraw districts once every 10 years. That's the norm. People need to know this is not normal.
We really didn't have a choice. We tried to negotiate Republicans. We tried to talk to them. We tried to reason with them. We tried to tell them that the public is very angry at what they're doing, and they simply wouldn't listen.
Well, the Texas governor has threatened to remove lawmakers who don't show up when the state house convenes, which is in less than an hour.
The reports are these legislators have been they sought money and they offered money to skip the vote, to leave the legislature, to take a legislative act. That would be bribery.
Straight now to CNN's Ed Lavandera in Austin, Texas, trying to work out who's on the wrong side of the law here, because you can understand one point of view saying lawmakers have a duty to show up, but also the other point of view that we can't allow this to go ahead and this is our only option. So where does everyone stand on this, Ed?
Well, this is really divided along party lines, and we'll find out in about an hour, Max, whether or not enough Democrats have left the state to essentially grind everything to a halt in this legislative session, and that would include this controversial redistricting bill. Democrats say that leaving the state and breaking quorum, as it's called, is a last resort kind of effort to block this, and they know that ultimately Democrats do not have the votes to stop this bill that Republicans are pushing through, but they hope that by leaving the state and bringing everything to a halt, that they will ratchet up the pressure on Republicans and make this very difficult for them. The question is, how long are they willing to stay away? Like I said, we're about halfway through what is called a special legislative session. It lasts about 30 days. There are about 2 weeks left in that, so they would theoretically have to be gone for at least that long. But the caveat is that the governor here in Texas, the way it works is that the governor can call a special session after special session after special session, and that they would eventually get exactly what they wanted. So the Democratic lawmakers tell us this is about ratcheting up that pressure and getting people to understand what this fight is about and the efforts to block redistricting. This is what one of the lawmakers told us just a little while ago.
Everyone across our nation know what's actually their goal. And their goal is to take away the voices of Black and brown people, especially Latinos in Texas that now make up 40% of the population in Texas.
How long are you and the Democratic caucus able to stay away from Texas?
Look, I don't want to stay away from my business or my family for one day. So this is really in Governor Abbott's hands right now to understand that he needs to be a governor of Texas, not Donald Trump's boy.
And Max, this can continue to get even more heated. The Speaker of the House here in Texas has the ability to issue what is a civil arrest warrant and be able to send out state troopers to collect these Democrats and bring them back. It's not clear if they'll be able to do that outside of the state of Texas. And with Democrats in Democrat-friendly states like Illinois, New York, and Massachusetts, that seems highly unlikely. But the rhetoric here has escalated, and the calls for punishing the Democrats who have left have really intensified. So we'll see how this plays out once the lawmakers hit the floor. At least the Republican lawmakers, we're not expecting to see enough Democrats to make this quorum. Max?
It's going to be fascinating to see. Just a few hours to see how it plays out. Ed, thank you so much. Now